Hi, this is Alki, and welcome back to my channel. Well, something interesting has popped up about the derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. I just wonder if, when they got the information about the problem they were having with the train, was the crew allowed to slow the train down to a crawl? That's a good question, because telling by the derailment, they look like they were going the allowable speed for the area. I don't know what the posted speed is, but I'm sure they were going pretty fast. So if they were told to head to that yard and not told to slow down, might be a problem for Norfolk Southern. I'll explain why. Like I said, I used to work for New York City Transit for 33 years. Over 30 as a motorman. Now, we had this situation one time where a C train, a northbound C train, southbound, I'm not sure, had a problem and a major wheel damage. The train had to be taken out of service, but the train could not be sent to the yard until after rush hour. Otherwise, you would have a major problem. Oh, that's because north of 168th Street, where the C train terminates, there's only two tracks between 168th Street and the subway yard at 207th Street. Even though it does go to a fourth track at 200th Street itself, the problem is you can't be backing up A train service from 207th Street all the way down to all the way lower Manhattan, which eventually did happen at the rush hour. And unfortunately, this is where I come in. I was operating an A train. It was the last trip from Far Rockaway. We had the 68s borrowed from the B line that's supposed to go to back into service for rush hour the next day on the B train. You gotta switch it from A back to B. Now we're all being delayed, of course. Now I get to 125th Street and they're telling me, "Oh, we're gonna have to turn you and send you back to Far Rockaway because they're having problems with that C train. All the A trains are backed up. They can't get to 207th Street." And I had to tell them, I got a problem here. See, the train I'm operating is not your 46s. It's your 68 that belongs to the B line, and they need it for the morning rush hour. I was wondering how you're going to deal with this. Then they realize, whoops, we can't do that. So they decided bring the train into the concourse line and dump our passengers from the A line. I don't remember if we went to service to concourse all the way, then up to Bethel Park, and then discharge. But yes, either way, I avoided that problem. I lost some overtime, but the equipment is back home. And I was able to early set the train back to the B line, changing all of the signs, from A to B. And that's about it. But the fact was that train had to move 10 miles per hour because of damage to the wheel. So we don't know if it just happened in Palestine or not, East Palestine. We don't know if the train was allowed to slow down or not. So that's going to be part of the investigation. But I had to say to Norfolk Southern, the fact that you didn't want to show up to that hearing, somebody said you could have had bodyguards. I mean, if the police was able to arrest a reporter for speaking too loud, I'm sure the police would be able to protect you from bodily harm. But it seems that you were more concerned about being bodily harmed than helping the community. Well, What a shame. Makes me want to not buy any Norfolk Southern merch. Not the clothing, not the model trains. Maybe model cards here and there. And mock your disaster zone in some kind of a thing there. And mock you, not East Palestine, because I'm going to say anti-Norfolk Southern stuff. So, you screwed, dude. And all the people that allow you to do this, they should be screwed too. Isn't that like BlackRock and who's the other people involved with the ownership of the Norfolk Southern stocks? Yeah. I know that's affecting my pension, but, at this point, screw it. Because the city just could sell the stock and tell you to go screw yourself. So this is Al Ken saying so long for now. Don't forget your stock.